All right, our lip oil video. Are we ready? Hello everyone, and welcome back. If you're new, then welcome. My name is Christina, and on my channel we talk all things beauty from my own experiences. And today we are finally doing an entire video on all of the lip oils that I own, and we're going to be comparing and ranking all of these on different categories. We've already done this type of video for my tinted lip balms. We've done it for a concealer like grouping when a bunch of concealers were coming out last fall, if you guys remember that time frame. And you all seem to really enjoy this type of video, and you have also asked me to do a comparative lip oil video. Now, I was very intimidated, to say the least, with this one because we are all aware that lip oils have had a huge boom in the beauty industry in the last couple of years, and this past year has just been an insane amount of lip oils and lip products coming out. I believe we have a list of 18 here, if I'm not mistaken, and we are going to be talking all about them. It's going to be a very long, very in-depth video. I will have chapters for you guys, so it should be super simple for you to kind of go back and forth and find exactly what you need out of this video. Feel free to skip around, no hard feelings whatsoever. I just hope that you can take a little bit of something out of this. I'm going to be giving you guys a little introduction on every single lip oil that we're going to be talking about today, verbatim pulling from each of their websites and talking about all of the claims that they have. I'm also going to be letting you guys know my personal experience, just a little summary of my personal experience with every single one of these. Then we are going to be talking about the price points for all of them. We're going to be ranking it by shade range, the number of shades each one has. We're going to be talking about the texture, the longevity, the wear time of all of these. And lastly, we're going to be talking about the pigmentation from least pigmented to most pigmented based on my personal opinion, my experiences, and also what I've gathered from others. If I miss anything that you guys are curious about, please don't hesitate to leave it in the comments down below. I'm actually wearing one of the lip oils that we're going to be talking about today. Can you guys guess what it is? Leave your guesses in the comments down below based on everything that we talk about in this video and based on the swatches and everything like that. I would love to know your guesses, and I will be disclosing it at the end of the video. So if you want to know, it'll be there. About a year ago, last July, I did a video comparing all of my lip oils at that time. So 4 of the lip oils we're going to be discussing today have already been discussed in that video. So I'm going to be linking that in the description box down below so you can get all of my thoughts on those lip oils so we don't have to repeat it. Please go watch that one if you're curious to know any information on Haus Labs, Gisou, Clarins, and Merit. Now, Gisou and Merit have expanded their line pretty significantly since then, so we are going to be talking about that. However, if you want to know like my experience this first half where I'm talking about my experience and all the claims, then go watch that video first, and they will be included in all of the little category rankings that we're going to be doing. I'm starting off our list with the sponsor of this video. This is the City Beauty Night Oil, and this one has been a favorite ever since I came back from New Orleans. I went to New Orleans for a Creators and Friends trip back in April, and during that trip I was introduced to this brand as well as this lip oil, and I have been using it ever since. It is incredible. So let's talk about the claims of this lip oil. A cushiony exfoliating formula that wraps lips in a deep hydration for a younger look overnight. And the key ingredients in this lip oil are Portulaca pilosa extract, which is a rejuvenating ingredient that supports youthful looking lips, plankton and floral extract, which helps to reduce the look of aging lips, and hyaluronic acid spheres to add hydration to the lips, because as you guys know, as we continue to get older, your lips do lose a lot of plumpness and you do start to form those wrinkles and those lines. It says that this is supposed to help reduce the look of dry, thin lips, and it's supposed to give you a visibly plump look overnight. It's also supposed to support the skin barrier on your lips, and personally, I was really drawn drawn to this lip oil when I first was introduced to it because of its claims about helping to plump and focus in on the delicate thin lines on your lips. If you guys watch my videos, especially my swatch videos, you know that I'm constantly talking about one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to lip products is when it accentuates my lip lines. I'm talking like the tiny little lip lines. Sometimes when you wear a drying lipstick or just a lipstick or lip gloss in general, sometimes it can like really accentuate those lines, and I hate that. So when I saw that one of the claims was that it's supposed to like plump those lines, I was immediately drawn to this. I really enjoy this lip oil because of the balance of thickness and slickness this has to it. If you are an avid lip oil user, it is a pretty true lip oil, but it has a good thickness to it to where it's not slipping all over the place, and overnight it does stay on the lips versus getting all over your pillow and your sheets and your hair. This doesn't have a tint to it, which makes sense because it is an overnight lip treatment, but honestly I like to use this during my PM skincare routine right before bed, and also during my morning skincare routine. After I finish doing all my skincare, I will also put this on my lips to prep it for the day. Before I started using this, I was solely using sleeping masks every night, but since I've started using this, I have only used this at night, and it gives me the same moisture and hydrating feel as a sleeping mask in a lip oil form. So if you are someone that really enjoys that lip oil texture, this would be such a great option for you. I feel like when I wake up in the morning, my lips look visibly plumper. I feel like they just look more juicy and soft. And as an added bonus, something that I've noticed is I haven't had to exfoliate my lips as often as I was before, and I didn't realize that this is also an exfoliating lip oil, so that makes a lot of sense. And City Beauty has given me a code to share with you guys. It's by Christina, and it'll save you 15% off of citybeauty.com. I will leave it in the description box down below for you guys to shop with. And thank you again to City Beauty for sponsoring this video. It just makes so much sense to me to sponsor a lip oil video because this is by far my favorite product from them. Next up, we have the Summer Fridays lip oils. These released in January of this year, and do you guys remember the frenzy around these lip oils? They sold out almost immediately, and it took a little while for them to restock just because the demand was so high. So from their website, it says that this plush lip oil glides on like a dream to deliver a high shine tint and deep hydration. Its non-sticky formula nourishes lips with a blend of 9 moisturizing oils for long-lasting softness and shine. So these have sort of a slight minty feel and a very, very slight scent of mint to them. It's nothing too crazy. It's not like a super plumping minty feeling to them. It's just sort of like a refreshing mint, almost like their Summer Fridays Sweet Mint Lip Balm. It's on that same realm of being very, very subtle. Now, these are quite balmy on the lips, and they are completely slick. There's no stickiness to them. And for me, these add like sort of a relieving hydration when you initially put it on the lips. However, they're not something that I would use to prep my lips for the day, you know what I mean? Like, this is kind of a finishing touch lip oil if I'm feeling like wearing a lip oil with my makeup look that day. But these are also really beautiful. Even if you're not wearing any makeup, I feel like the shades that they came out with, though they only have a few, they work so well. And universally, we're going to be talking about their shade range as well as like the texture and feel a little bit more, of course, in the other categories. But personally, again, I really enjoy this lip oil. I think it is a stunner, and it makes sense that there was so much hype around them because they are quite lovely. Next up, of course, we have to talk about the Dior lip oils. These are the lip glow oils, and this says the iconic Dior lip oil nourishes, protects, softens, and revitalizes the lips, lastingly bringing out their natural color. I don't know what that means, but again, straight from their website. Genuine lip care infused with cherry oil, this Dior makeup favorite is known for its non-greasy, non-sticky texture. Pushing the boundaries of a lip gloss, Dior lip glow oil creates a smoothing film that shapes the lips with an almost magnifying mirror shine effect. Made with Color Reviver technology, this lip oil reacts directly to the unique moisture level in each woman's lips to reveal a custom color. That is such a good description. I feel like it just draws you in, doesn't it? There are things about this lip oil that I had no idea it did, like how it's supposed to be custom to higher moisture levels in your lips. I didn't know that. So I appreciate that they say that it pushes the boundaries of a lip gloss, because this is going to be one of the thicker lip oils out of this lineup. I think it has a great balance of color and thickness to it, and it is definitely very, very shiny, like mirror-like shiny, so they hit the nail on the head there. And honestly, I have used these lip oils for lip prep. I don't like immediately reach for these. I like to use these at the very end, like a finishing lip oil type of thing, you know, but they are hydrating enough and feel like they actually hydrate the lips enough to use them as makeup prep and just lip prep in general. So next I want to talk about the Say Glossy Bounce. This one, I was a little on the fence about if this is a lip oil, because it's supposed to be like a hybrid type of product, but it does describe itself as a lip oil, so I added it into this list, and I have no qualms with it because I love the Say Glossy Bounces. I think they're an incredible formula. The description for this one, it says, finally, the clean gloss you've been waiting for. The slip of a lip oil meets the high shine of a sheer tinted gloss. Glossy Bounce is a long-lasting and vegan lip gloss oil hybrid with a plush, cushiony feel that's never sticky or tacky. Packed with superhero ingredients, Glossy Bounce envelops, nourishes, and deeply hydrates for your juiciest shine ever. As I said, one of my favorite lip oils or lip products in general. This formulation is just so unique. I love the slip to it, but it has such a good thickness, so it feels really thick and hydrating on the lips, but at the same time, it's really, really comfortable. Like they said, it's not sticky whatsoever. It almost feels like a melted down lip balm, like a liquefied lip balm, and it never ever gets goopy on my lips or like sticky on my lips. It is such a good lip oil. So next I want to talk about Fenty's lip oils, and I'm talking about Fenty skin lip oils. I am aware that they came out with a Fenty beauty lip oil, but I know that this is supposed to be like a summer release, so I don't know how long it's supposed to last, and I know when people think like Fenty lip oil, they usually think of this one, so we're talking about this one today. Okay, on their website it says, your moisture barrier is your lips' first line of defense against the elements. Keep it strong and it'll stay more hydrated, smoother looking, and flake free. So to be 100% transparent with you guys, I have had these lip oils since October, but I haven't opened them until this past month actually, because I kind of forgot that I had them. So with that all in mind, from my little experience, I think that these smell incredible. There's a cherry and there's a melon one. I can't get over how good the melon one smells. These are actually like perfect lip prep lip oils. It is like the perfect lip oil, but it has a little bit of like thickness to it, you know? I feel like this one actually feels like it's hydrating on the lips. This is a lip oil that I have used at night before bed, and I've woken up and I felt like it's really hydrating. There's something about this lip oil, it makes me super happy. I think a lot of it has to do with the scent initially. It's just so enjoyable to put on the lips, like that sensorial feel of it is incredible. Next, let's talk about the In Beauty Project lip oils. So these say that they're juicy lip oil that gives you soft, plump, and deliciously glossy looking lips. They're naturally colored, flavored, and 100% vegan. Made with plant-derived plumping complex that works immediately and over time. And it says that the large applicator is designed to mimic your finger for ultimate comfort. Texture feels like an oil gloss hybrid, never greasy or sticky. So I like that they say it's a lip oil lip gloss hybrid, because that's exactly how I would describe these. I would say that they're definitely a lip oil, but leaning a lip gloss based on like all of their characteristics combined. And these, in my opinion, are super, super fun like lip colors to wear throughout the day, because all of the shades, you get so much variety, and it's really fun because they all have different scents based on their names. Next up, we do have the Kaja Juicy Glass lip oils. This one says, hydrate, plump, and shine on. Our juicy glass lip oils are inspired by fruits, and they're non-sticky, hydrating, and help plump the look of the lips. They're high shine glass lip oil, formulated with skin-loving and fruit-infused ingredients that nourish the lips. Ultra comfortable, large applicator makes it easy to give your lips the glassy shine in just one swipe. So these, I think, think are super nourishing. I love to throw these on right before doing my makeup, so I just have it on as makeup lip prep. They are a very true lip oil feel. There's no stickiness to this. There's no goopiness to this one. They definitely have that slick oil feeling. I would say that before lip oils were like a huge thing, we had like one here or there, you know what I mean? And this one I would say feels like an OG lip oil texture. Next up, we have the Milk Kush lip oils. So Milk also has the Odyssey lip products, and I wasn't quite sure if that one was considered a lip oil as well, but on their website, right under the name of the lip product, this one does say lip oil, while the Odyssey one says a hydrating lip gloss. It says that this is a sheer, non-sticky hydrating lip oil made with a moisturizing hemp seed oil blend that delivers an intense high shine and hit of hydration for smoother, fuller looking lips. So this one specifically has like a nice pepperminty scent to it, which I am obsessed with. I think it's so good, and I love this cushy, slick lip oil feeling. Again, this is one of the lip oils that I would categorize as being more of like that traditional lip oil texture. I love the slippery feel to this. I love to use this as a makeup prep, but I also enjoy using this to top my lip colors to give me that extra super high shine because they are very glassy. Next, we have the Amicole Lip Treatment Oil. This conditioning lip oil to gloss nourishes and protects the lips while adding shine and sheer color in a universally flattering shade. It says that it offers treatment benefits, a shiny finish, and color deposit all in one, with a mirror shine finish of a lip gloss with the comfort of intensive lip care. So this one, I completely agree. I would say that this is the most reminiscent to a lip gloss out of this whole lip oil line because it does tend to have that thickness to it. But unlike a lip gloss, this one doesn't have any stickiness to it, and it does have that slick feel. So it is like beautifully thick if you enjoy a thicker lip oil. It has a non-abrasive scent, so it's easy to just throw on, and I really enjoy this cooler neutral look. It's nothing like my other lip oils, honestly. I feel like this one just has its own unique look to it, and like they said, this one, as far as I've seen, has been very universally flattering. We have a drugstore option. This is the Hard Candy Lip Oil. Restore hydration with next level shine. Our Glosstopia Lip Repair Oil revitalizes lips with an intensely hydrating formula and next level shine. The fuzzy plush doe foot applicator hugs the lips to give instant shine in just one swipe and delivers a double dose of vitamin E and jojoba oil to keep lips cushioned, soft, and moisturized. I think it's a great drugstore option, and this packaging is the cutest one out of the whole lineup in my opinion. I love this. This one for me would be a perfect lip prep lip oil, or something that I reach for whenever I'm feeling like I want a lip oil for hydration. And it's a very, very slippery lip oil texture as well. Of course, we gotta talk about the e.l.f. lip oils. This says it's an ultra glossy tinted lip oil that nourishes, hydrates, and enhances your lips' natural color, non-sticky, hydrating lip oil with a high gloss finish. It has a plush, oversized cushion applicator that hugs the lips, infused with lip-loving ingredients, sheer wash of color, fresh minty scent, and it can be worn on its own or over lipstick. I did a YouTube short talking about these and my thoughts on them. I do think that they are beautiful lip colors. I think that they are definitely an aesthetic lip oil because I find that this doesn't feel like it actually penetrates and hydrates the lips that way. When you're wearing them, your lips do feel hydrated. However, they don't leave your lips feeling hydrated, you know? But I enjoy the colors I own. I think that they are beautiful. This has very little stickiness to it, but it does have a slight feel of stickiness, like almost like a film on the lips, but it's not uncomfortable whatsoever. Another drugstore favorite, we have the Milani lip oils. It says that the fruit fetish lip oils deliver instant hydration and glossy shine in a never sticky formula with a subtle hint of color. These custom oil blends combine fruit extracts and vitamin E to nourish and hydrate lips while making wear ultra comfortable. Similarly to the e.l.f. lip oils, I feel like these are definitely aesthetic lip oils. Unfortunately for me, I despise the scents on these. I think they're way too strong. They kind of give me a headache if I wear them like throughout an entire day. So even though I love the look and I love the feel of these, they're not ones that I really reach for often, but I do think that they are still really great lip oil options if the scent doesn't bother you. It does have some sheer color. It's just enough color to where they all look slightly different from each other, like the shade range. And it does feel really comfortable and cushiony on the lips. Of course, we got to talk about the NYX Fat Oils. This description makes me laugh. It says, "Say hello to Fat Oil, our first lip drip of its kind. Fat Oil has a high shine finish with comfortable wear and non-sticky texture. Packed with fat goodness to keep your lips dripping, our fat applicator hugs your lips for fat application every time. You are one swipe away from fat perks." That's so silly, but I will give it to them. It does have character. These, I would say, are kind of on the medium to high spectrum when it comes to texture, where it's like lip oil lip gloss, you know what I'm saying? They are very pigmented, very glossy, beautiful finishing lip color lip oil option. And they recently expanded their line with more cream colors, and I think that they're also a little bit more neutral. So I'm very curious and interested in those. And lastly, we do have the Sigma Renew lip oils. This says, "Get the nourishment of a lip balm and shine of a lip gloss in one perfect product. These smooth, non-sticky lip oils add a protective layer of luxurious high shine color and hydration to your lips to help them look soft, supple, and juicy." Now, these are also one of the lip oils that I think look extremely beautiful on the lips because they are high shine and they have a good pigmentation to them. However, I have noticed that the times that I've worn this lip oil, they do give me a little bit of like lining on the inside. Like, you know, when people describe lip products as having like butthole lips because it leaves like an outline on the inside of your lips. It has done that to me several times, unfortunately, but I really enjoy the feeling of these. I do like using these to prep my lips, and I have used these over lip colors because I don't find that the pigmentation really competes with a lip color. I feel like it definitely complements lip combos. I think there are other lip oils in this lineup that have also given me kind of that more like dry, flaky feel after wearing these for a long period of time, but this is the one that does it the most to me, so I do have that noted. So those were all of the formal descriptions of all of the lip oils, just to give you guys like the intro as well as my personal experience, just the summary of all of them. So now let's get into the scent of all of these. So the ones that have no scent to them are House Labs Sigma, Summer Fridays Amicole, Say, and Merit. Now the ones that are color based, these are going to be the ones that have different shades within their line that have different scents to them based on the shades. So for instance, with the Milani one, we have Cocoa Cacao here, and then I think there's like a Honey Agave and a Lychee Fig. Those all are supposed to smell like their names. So these are going to be the color-based ones, the ones that are scented based on their color names. So all of the ones that vary based on their color are going to be Milk, Hard Candy, Gisou, Fenty, Kaja, and Milani, and In Beauty Project. That leaves us with just a few. So we have Dior, which has kind of this like very subtle sweet minty scent. City Beauty also has a very slight sweet mint scent to it. Elf almost has this like pepperminty scent to it. Clarins smells like a gummy, like a candy gummy. I don't know how else to explain it, but it smells like candy, like straight up, and it's a very strong fragrance as well. And NYX also, I want to say, has like sort of a candy scent, but it's way more subtle than the Clarins one. Next, let's talk about the shade range. We're going to talk about the number of shades each one of these has, from least number of shades to most number of shades. Starting with City Beauty, because this is a nourishing lip oil treatment for the nighttime, they only have the one clear shade, followed followed by Fenty, which has the two. They have the cherry and the melon one. Summer Fridays and Sigma both have 4 shades, and while Summer Fridays, all of them are tinted shades, Sigma does have one clear one that says that it's a pH clear turning to pink shade. With 5 shades, we do have Kaja and House Labs, with House Labs having one clear shade. I think the most common shade range is going to be 6 because we have a lot of brands that have 6 shades. We have Say and Hard Candy, Gisou, Milk, and Amicole. And out of those, these 3 do have clear shades, so it's going to be Amicole, Hard Candy, and Gisou, followed by e.l.f., which has 7 shades, one of them being a clear one. Milani and Clarins both have 10 shades each, but Milani will sometimes have limited edition shades, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna be basing it on their permanent collection. And also, one of their shades is kind of like this yellow, but I think it's supposed to just be clear. So Merit has 12, and I'm including the shade slicks as well as the lip jellies, by the way, so with all of them it's 12. In Beauty does have 12 permanent shades, but 14 if you count their sips and duos, which is their collaboration with Poppy, and it says it's limited edition, but they've had it for quite some time now. But again, for the sake of this video, we're calling it 12. And coming in at 14 with their 14 shades is NYX, including their brand new extension. So this is kind of how it stacks up if you are a visual person such as myself. This is kind of where these sit on a price range. Next, let's talk about price point. We're gonna go from the most inexpensive to the most expensive now. Starting us off with the most inexpensive at $8, we do have e.l.f. and Hard Candy. These are both $8. Followed closely at $9 is NYX. At $11.99, we do have Milani lip oils. And then going from a pretty big jump from $11.99 with Milani, we have $18 for both the Kaja and In Beauty Project lip oils. Right in the middle range, we do have Amicole at $20. Next, at $22, we have the Say Glossy Bounce. For $2 more, we have the Fenty and Merit lip oils. All coming in at $26. We do have the Milk lip oil, the Summer Fridays lip oil, and the House Labs lip oil. Our Gisou lip oils are going to be $28. They're the last in the $20 range. And then we have Clarins at $30, followed by City Beauty, which is $39, and then $1 more at $40, we have the Dior lip oils. And again, for all of my visual friends, we have this graphic showing you guys where this lands on the price range scale from the most inexpensive to the most expensive. So what I think everyone is most interested in is the thickness, the feel, and the longevity of all these lip oils. It's very difficult to figure out which is which, you know what I mean? Like when you're shopping for different lip oils, it's hard to tell because they all say that they're thin, they're non-sticky, X, Y, and Z. So what I did basically was I tried on all these lip oils back to back and I compared all of them to one another. I lined them up and I did this on a course of a couple of days. And what I think I came up with is going to be the thinnest lip oils to the thickest lip oils. Now again, I want to preface and let you guys know that some people may want a thicker lip oil, some people may want a thinner oil, and some may want something just smack dab in the middle. Just because something is labeled thinner or thicker does not mean it's better or worse than the other. So I just want to note that. We're starting from the thinnest to the thickest, and I've grouped this together with the feel and also the longevity because I feel like the thickness directly correlates to the longevity of a lip oil's wear. All right, starting with our thinnest one, we do have City Beauty. And for me, like I mentioned, this is nice and slick, but it still has a good thickness to it to where it stays on the lips overnight. So with that in mind, because we're talking about lip oils, they do still have a characteristic of still being slightly more thick because it's an oil versus like water, you know? So water would be like the thinnest of the thin. None of these are going to be that thin. This does still have a good thickness to it, but comparatively to the rest of the lineup, this is going to be our thinnest one. This one is an interesting case for me though, because while I feel like this is the thinnest, I don't necessarily feel like this one has the shortest longevity, like the shortest wear time, because I'm able to wear this overnight and still have it on my lips the next morning. So this is one of the rare cases where I feel like the texture and the thickness of it doesn't directly correlate to the longevity of it. So that's just something to keep in mind. But again, while being a lip oil, this one is described as a treatment. So that's probably why it feels like it's still nourishing overnight. Next up, we do have hard candy. Again, it's going to be a very thin lip oil, and this one for me is not as hydrating, but it's definitely still a little bit more on the slick, slippery side of things. Followed by the Merit ones. These to me, the jelly ones and the Shade Slicks, they feel pretty much identical on the lips. These are very, very thin. I almost want to say that it's thinner than the other two, but I don't know. That's just me sitting here right now, but compared to the last couple days, I guess I labeled these as third thinnest. So that's kind of where these are going to sit. Hey guys, really quickly. So I just finished filming all of the swatches of all of the different shades of the lip oils, and I changed my mind. I think that Merit is going to be the thinnest one of the bunch. It feels very little like a lip oil and more just like, I don't know how to explain it, but just a liquefied pigment almost. There's really not a lot of slipperiness to it, and it's mainly just pigmentation. So Merit is going to be our thinnest, followed by City Beauty, and then Hard Candy. I just wanted to put that out there. Okay. Next, we do have the Milk one, but I actually kind of tied the Milk and the Kaja one. I put Milk thinner than Kaja, but they're basically the same. Like if I were to put these on blindfolded, I would not be able to tell which one was which based on the texture of them. They're both thin and hydrating. They both have this slippery feeling to them to where you just constantly want to do that, like you want to rub your lips together. Next up, we do have Say, followed closely by the Summer Fridays lip oils. I just feel like Say has a slightly more slippery feel to them, a little bit more lip balmy, and then we have Summer Fridays that can go on slightly more thick. I do find that Summer Fridays can get a little bit goopy if I'm not careful and I'm just like messing with it too much, then it can get a little bit goopy, but Say never really does that for me. Next up, we do have Milani, but we also have Clarins. These to me, again, blindfold tests, they would feel the same to be honest, but for the sake of this video, I do feel like Milani is slightly like a hair thinner than Clarins is. I feel like you can really build up Clarins and feel the buildup versus Milani, where if you continue to build it up, it doesn't really feel any different. Followed by Gisou. Now this one surprised me. I actually assumed that this would be on the thinner end of things, so I kind of placed it there in my mind to begin with. They are kind of like right in the middle. I think Gisou is our turning point from going from straight up lip oil to lip oil lip gloss hybrid territory, you know. These can feel a little sticky when you like do that, press your lips together. You can feel a little remnants of a stickiness to it. Now it's not lip gloss sticky, it is lip oil sticky, and there's a difference. If you are a collector of lip oils, you know what I mean. So these can leave behind a little stick to it, similarly to those City Beauty ones. Even though this is like mid-tier thickness, I feel like these actually kind of like wear off of the lips quite quickly. I think that maybe it's just the levels of ingredients to it. Like I feel like maybe they have less of the more thick hydrating ingredients in this, so when you initially put it on, it does feel thick and hydrating and a little sticky, but it just wears away quite quickly. So it's kind of odd, but medium thickness but short wear time. Next, we have the Fenty lip oil, and like I said, based on my very short experience with these so far, I really like using this as lip prep because it nourishes my lips and actually stays on the lips, because it does have a little bit of that like sticky lip oil feeling to it, you know, but it's a nice thick hydrating lip oil, followed by the NYX one. This one I would say is a pretty true like gloss oil hybrid when we're comparing the thickness to all of these, and the longevity I think makes sense for these. This wears pretty like average time frame, you know, for lip oil, so I think it makes sense for this to be like right in the middle. And then we have House Labs. Now this one again does like sit on the cusp of lip gloss, lip oil territory. And then of course we have the e.l.f. one. I feel like these are quite similar, but they don't feel exactly the same. I feel like this is more noticeably sticky than the House Labs one. I feel like e.l.f. definitely leaves you sort of a film of product versus the House Labs one, where this one kind of feels like it absorbs into the lips a little bit better, but upon initial application they're very similar in thickness, but the e.l.f. one kind of just sits on your lips for a little bit longer. Next we do have the Dior one. This one I think starts us off on our thick lip oils. Like this is when I would start calling them thick versus like medium thickness, you know. This I would say is that lip gloss lip oil hybrid like they mentioned. You definitely can like get that vibe from this. It's not your average lip gloss where you're expecting it to be very sticky, because you still have that really beautiful slickness to it, followed by Sigma. I do feel like these are pretty similar, but I think that Sigma does leave you a little bit more of a creamy thickness versus an oil thickness. Does that make sense? I hope so. And then our two thickest are going to be these two. We have In Beauty Project. This is the second to thickest lip oil in my opinion. I feel like this could easily be mistaken for a lip gloss. I wasn't entirely sure when I was putting this video together. When I was looking at my collection, I was like, oh no, the In Beauty glosses, wait, no, those are oils. And I had to look, and it literally says lip oil. They wear similar to a lip gloss, like a non-sticky lip gloss or a sticky lip oil. You know what I'm saying? And then we have Amicole. This is going to be the thickest. It's very nourishing on the lips. You can really feel that slickness, but it definitely has a little bit of tug to it whenever you're applying it, you know? When you rub your lips together, it does have a nice, beautiful, like balmy feeling to it. And yeah, I would say compared to the rest of the lineup, this is going to be the thickest, but by no means are these uncomfortable, unwearable. I still really enjoy all of these. Okay, that was the thickness and the longevity. And of course, let's do our little graphic so you guys can see where this lies on our little scale, so you can see what I think of all of them. So now let's talk about pigmentation. So I ranked this on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being clear because we do have clear options here, and 10 being the most pigmented based on a lip oil. We are not comparing this to lipstick pigmentation. That's completely different. I'm sure you guys can agree with me on that. I do have arm swatches here. I tested out, like I put what I thought and then I swatched it on my arms. I swatched it on my lips just to compare all of them. And again, just my opinion, a lot of these are so similar on the lips though when it comes to pigmentation, but for sake of putting it on a rank, on a scale, this is what we got. So on the scale of 0 to 10, 0 to 4 being like very sheer, pretty much like non-noticeable or very, very slightly noticeable to where you probably only need one shade type of thing. And then 5 to, I want to say 7 is going to be our medium pigmentation, you know, and then 8 to 10 is going to be our high, very strong pigmentation lip oils. Our zeros are going to be City Beauty and Milk. Now I can't totally remember if the Milk ones are supposed to be non-pigmented. I believe that they all sort of have pigmentation, but they even say themselves it's like pretty much clear, you know? And then on the scale, we have our pigmentation level number 1s, which are going to be these. We have Gisou, Fenty, and Hard Candy. These are going to be the ones where if you swatch it on your arm, you can see that there is some pigmentation, but when you put it on the lips, it's you basically can't even really tell. Like, they would probably all be interchangeable when it comes down to it. Gisou, I wasn't entirely sure because I was like on a 1 to 2 on pigmentation, you know, but I went with a 1 based on the rest of our list. I actually have Merit jellies, specifically the jellies, on a number 2 because while all of the shades basically look the same on the lips, they still have some pigmentation to them. We have the House Labs on a pigmentation level 3, while we have Sigma on 4. These do have pretty good pigmentation, but I will say that the overall formulation is quite like shiny and sheer when it comes down to it. It's enough to where you can see a difference in all of the shades, and same with the Sigma one, very, very sheer, but you can tell that there's pigmentation on the arms when you do arm swatches, but it is a very slight type of change when it comes to swatching it on the lips or wearing it on the lips. But I can still see a difference with the shade range on the lips, even if it's very minor. Dior and Kaja, I say that these are right in the middle of the scale of pigmentation. These are like middle pigmentation to me. They wear similarly to each other. You can definitely tell a difference on all of their shades, like they actually make a difference on the color, but you can still see your lips through the pigmentation. So e.l.f., Clarins, and Milani, I gave these a 6. These are on the cusp of being medium to high pigmentation on like a lip oil scale, you know? Like these, you can tell they have a good amount of pigmentation. You can wear these as your finishing colors with no other lip color underneath it. I would suggest wearing these alone, not on top of a lip combo, because they're pigmented enough to wear by themselves. While like Kaja, Dior, and the ones underneath it, I would say you can still top a lip color without competing with the lip color you're wearing. Next, coming in at number 7, which is going to be like our higher pigmentation, are these 4. We have Summer Fridays, Amicole, In Beauty Project, and Say. These are beautiful lip colors. I think that for the majority of the lips, it does like cover up your actual lips for the most part. You can still tell that they're like a lip oil lip gloss type of thing, but based on the comparison of the other ones, these are definitely high in pigmentation. And then coming in as our most pigmented ones, we have NYX and Merit Shade Slick. Shade Slick honestly is like a liquefied lipstick when it comes down to it, when it comes to pigmentation. It definitely has very, very strong pigmentation. This is like your lip color all in one, while NYX I put at a 9 because it doesn't give you the same pigmentation as Merit, but it definitely is its own lip color. And of course, we have to add our graphic on pigmentation. So here is our graphic where it sits on least pigmented to most pigmented. If you want to pick one from every category, by all means. All right, guys, that was our entire video, our entire lip oil roundup ranking comparison video. This was a lot, but I wanted to bring this to you guys because there was a very high demand on this specific product, this specific topic. This was a huge research, like experimenting type of video to prepare for. So if you guys enjoyed it, it would mean so much to me if you gave this video a like or you shared it. It really helps out my channel. It helps my video get thrown out into the YouTube universe for more people to see it. Of course, as always, I'm going to be leaving all of my links in the description box down below, as well as linking everything in the YouTube shopping program. This will allow you to shop through my affiliate links very easily. If you do decide to shop through my links, it does support me and my channel. It allows me to earn a little bit of commission to continue bringing you guys videos like this one. Of course, there is no obligation to shop through my links, but if you do, I so appreciate you. Oh, and before I forget, the lip oil that I'm wearing is, are you guys ready? Boom, this one, the Kaja lip oil. This is in the shade Plum Paloma. Beautiful, shiny, so nice. It leaves like a little stain, I'm noticing. I love it. It's so good. Again, thank you so much to City Beauty for partnering with me on this video. I so appreciate appreciate it. And if you guys want to shop this beautiful night lip oil, I will leave all of that information in the description box down below, as well as my promo code in case you want to save 15% off of your purchase. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!